He said, you got any idea why they painted some brightly colored? And I said, yeah, so they could easily spot each other. He said, no, that's so they could find their own wagon. I'm like, okay, whatever. They don't have license plates. Didn't you know where you parked your wagon? Let's see. Oh, the dude sitting in front of the tent? The dummy sitting in front of the tent? Let me think, what was the story of him? Oh, okay. When he left and started coming out here from Nauvoo, which is in Illinois, Suburban Rider helped me out there. It's somewhere in Illinois. They got run out of there. His wife was like 8 months pregnant. So he left her in Nauvoo, and he went ahead and traveled ahead, and then he wrote a song, and the guy played some of it, and I'm like, how long is this? And he's like, well, the first verse is about a minute. I said, well, that'd be kind of neat to record, but I don't think I can do it and put it on the video. So I told him what I was doing, and I told the other people that were in there, the other guides or whatever, and they were like, oh, that's really cool. Yeah, so I walk in, blue spaceman, blue Power Ranger, and they're tripping on me, so it's cool. Yeah, we're going to go right. Let's see, what else? Oh, the wheel. And the rag. This dude started off, and his job was to walk next to the wagon and count that rag every time it came around, you know. Can you imagine doing that? So anyway, that was his job, and he got really bored, so he said, well, let me invent this. So he invented that. And the guy was real quick to correct me that it was not the first odometer. Okay, this is the first odometer.
I don't know if it's the first odometer. He made the
Okay.
odometer.
Go ahead, do it.
Here, I'll let it go around again.
360 revolutions of the wagon wheel equaled 1 mile. And they invented a way to keep track of that so the guy didn't have to sit there and count.
Yeah. This first wheel here is in miles. The second wheel is in 10 mile segments. It would be 1 mile, a complete revolution of this wheel. This one would be...
So that was cool, but let me think. I can't remember what he said about the wheels. The one on the left was tens of miles, and the one on the right in the background, the one on the right was miles. So it took 10 miles. It took 360 turns of that rag to count 1 mile. So let's see, 360, I I think it's 3,600. 3,600 turns would be 10 miles. Okay, I'm going to shut down. Okay, it's really windy out, so I just shut it off to run the interstate. Anyway, I was thinking about it on the way across the bridge and stuff. A guy told me, now check this out, this is pretty interesting. I didn't take a picture of the painting because I knew it wouldn't come out. So, now I'm not sure of the year. I'm going to say it was probably 1845, maybe 1844, I think 45. But I said, you know, here's my question for you. How'd they get across the rivers, the Mississippi and the Missouri? Because, you know, I'm doing that trip in July, so I'm like, okay, I got to get on some mainway to get across them two rivers. So I said, how'd they get across? Now this one's going to blow you away. It did me, because I drew a parallel. The getting across the Mississippi, whatever year it was, 44, 45, whatever, the river actually, the Mississippi River actually froze over. And they were able to cross the entire pioneer group across the frozen river. He said it froze to a thickness of 2 feet deep. Now, those of you that are like me, I mean, I live next to the Missouri, those of you that have ever seen the Mississippi in the wintertime, it don't freeze over. You know? It don't freeze over. Okay, so what's the parallel I'm talking about? Come on. The parting of the Red Sea. Can you believe that? Can I know you can. So the parting of the Red Sea got, who was it, Moses, or yeah, Moses, and he got all his people away from the, you know, the other bad guys. Yeah, I used to know all that stuff, but I just, so when he told me that, I said, damn dude, that's like the Red Sea parting. I said, okay, now I see the little scheme, or the, not scheme, scam, whatever. Okay, now I can see why these people would buy into all that. And I'm not saying anything bad against the Mormons. I'm just saying, you know, the Red Sea parted. Okay, the Mississippi River froze over. Okay, I see a parallel to that. I really do. And then the way they got across the Missouri was by ferry. And when they got there, there was like one ferry. They had 6,000 on this side of the Missouri, but the ferry could only take 2 wagons a day, or 2 wagons a trip. So I don't know how long it took them. They probably had a rope across it and had to hand pull it. So, you know, what are we talking here? I'll get generous and say 10 wagons an hour. I don't think you can do it. I don't think you could cross 5 times back and forth in an hour. I find that hard to believe. So that's how they got across the Missouri. And then they had sort of a winter quarters on this side of the river in Iowa. And he showed me a display that had all these lights and stuff, but I was like, I really can't get a good picture of that. So you got all these people that are scattered out. You better see me ask